Brake checking a truck is a surefire way to become a member of the Dead Drivers Club. Brake checking is one of the stupidest moves you see on the road today, and it's becoming one of the most common. What is brake checking? Brake checking is when one vehicle cuts in front of another vehicle and slams on the brakes, forcing the second vehicle to either slam on his brakes or take evasive action. When you work outside in bad weather, the first thing that gets soaked through are your gloves. And when your hands are icy and cold and wet, the rest of you follows through. Never Limited solves this problem with its versatile glove dryer. Just plug the glove dryer into a power outlet, drape your wet gloves over it, and you'll be good. Get a couple pair of work gloves and rotate them over the glove dryer, and you'll have warm and dry hands and gloves all day. There are different scenarios of brake checking. There are cars brake checking cars. There are trucks brake checking other trucks, and happily we don't see that very often, but it does happen. We've seen video proof of that. But the most common type of brake checking are cars brake checking trucks. Now, why does this happen? Well, sometimes it's a form of road rage, sometimes it's an attempt at an insurance scam, but most often it's an attempt at the four-wheeler trying to teach a truck driver a lesson. And why are they trying to teach the truck driver a lesson? Well, they think the truck driver's in the wrong lane, or the truck driver's going too slow, or something like that. The bottom line is, you can't teach a truck driver a lesson that way. You're not going to teach the truck driver a lesson by slamming on your brakes if you're a four-wheeler. All you're going to do is make the truck driver mad. And I want you to think for a minute how smart this really is. To aggravate a driver when you're in a 3,000-pound tin can of a car, to aggravate a truck driver that's driving an 80,000-pound rig. Now, often it's not because the truck driver doesn't want to stop, it's because you haven't left him the room and he's not able to stop. And already you're becoming a candidate for the Dead Drivers Club. Because if he can't stop, he's either going to run over top of your car or punch your silly ass off into the field. Something else four-wheelers need to be aware of is the fact that all trucks now have dash cams. And we thank God for dash cams, because it shows the law exactly what's happened in all of these scenarios. So lots of times, even if the truck doesn't hit the car, the dash cam still captures the license plate number of the car. So the car takes off thinking he's got away scot-free. We've got the plate number. We're turning it into the police, and we're turning it into the insurance company as well. So if you have caused an accident, even if it's an accident behind the truck, it means that we'll be coming to sue your ass. But more often than not, these brake checking practices involving big trucks end up in tragedy and death. And if you are stupid enough to brake check a truck with your family or friends on board, you've risked their lives as well. And they all become members of the Dead Drivers Club. As far as the truck driver is concerned, and you know that this happens to us every day, the best action to take is A, remain calm, B, fall back, be concentrating on the drive at all times to prevent something like this happening if you possibly can. Don't tailgate, don't follow too close. That's why you need that extra space so you have reaction and brake time. But if it does happen to you, pull over to the side and report it to the police and report it to your safety department. Over the course of my career, I've seen many brake checking accidents, and a number of them fatal. But the worst one that I remember was that the car brake checked a truck coming down a hill, and this was coming into Ontario, California. The truck was not able to stop, and he literally rolled right up on top and over the car, crushing everybody inside and killing them. And it was bloody awful. It was an experience that shook me to the core at the time, and I still think about that today, and it shakes me up. So if this video has shaken you up, thinking about that something like that could happen to you and your family in your car, well, then I've done my job. Bottom line, we as truck drivers don't want to end up crushing people in cars. Do not ever brake check a truck. Stay safe, keep the rubber side down, and we'll see you on the back haul.